Assalamu alaikum and welcome back guys to another video. Today we are walking along Al-Mutanabbi street, which is in central Baghdad. There's a lot of noise, a lot of pollution here, a lot of stuff for sale. I'm really excited to be walking across this street. We're actually heading towards one of the main one of the main sites here, which is called Mutanabbi, like the statue of the poet. His name was Mutanabbi, and his statue is actually erected somewhere just further down the street here. And we're also going to go to one of the oldest cafes. We might not go inside, just check it out from outside, might grab a tea or something, called Shabandar cafe. There's a lot of stuff going on here. It's really kind of to show you what the streets of Baghdad's like, and to make you realize that the place is not what you see on the media or on Google Images and things like that. So let's have a look. There's a butcher's here, some cafe shop, and it's a Saturday today as well, so it's extremely busy because it's everyone's day off, and Saturday in Iraq is like Sunday in the UK, so everyone's going to go back to work the next day, so they're just coming out shopping. And also one thing you'll find here a lot of is second-hand goods. So there's a lot of like kind of maybe shoes and clothes, and I won't be surprised to find like even maybe like socks that second-hand. Maybe I'm going a bit over the top there, but yeah, they've got lots of books down here, some English, some Arabic. And yeah, there's the horns here are crazy, so people pressing down on the horns constantly. It's not as bad as maybe Cairo and India. You know, I've said this before in my videos that vlogging in Iraq is actually funnily quite easy. You don't get stopped or anything like that. We're actually on a hunt for fridge magnets, so I'm gonna have a look inside if I can find one. السلام عليكم. هذا الموجود موجود في العراق. So they've got lots of fridge magnets here. Actually, it's quite unique that they've got. This is actually the first place that we've seen Iraqi fridge magnets. So they've got various ones here. Let's have a look at this one here. So this one is that one of the famous sites here. I forgot the name. It's like in a one of the roundabouts here. They've also got ones up there which are in Arabic. They've got this one here, which is I think the Liberation Square near Tahrir Square, which is quite nice. Then they've got this one here, which is quite nice and colourful. Might go for this one actually. So let's go for this one. This one looks really nice. Ask him how much it is as well. كم هذا؟ 1000 ونصف.
1000 Iraq
and 500.
Yes.
شكرا دقيقة. So I'm gonna put my camera down 1 second.
مالتنا الباسكل لا مالتنا
محمد يعني هم عنده وحده.
شكرا حبيبي.
اهلا وسهلا.
لا
اكو هناك كم اثار العراق. Iraqi civilization.
Iraqi?
Yes.
I come.
طبعا 500
500 وعندك؟
لا it's okay, no problem. No change. No, it's fine.
Problem, my friend.
Leave the change, it's okay. No.
I'm so sorry, but
No.
no. This is.
Shukran. So these guys here, like, you just keep the change, but it's very hard for them to keep the change. It's only like 500, which is like I think like 25p. This is like
Iraq civilization.
Iraq. That's a power cut there, so the lights go off. It's quite common in Baghdad for, well, Iraq, for the lights to go off. Power cuts. So let's have a look in the dark. I don't know if you can see all this in the camera. Ah, there we go. I think he's got a backup generator. So it's just showing this famous kind of like a... This is of Babylon, I think it is? Ishtar Gate. Ishtar. And this is the Malwiya Tower, so there's some nice stuff here. And then you have like this is a minaret in Mosul. People here are like extremely nice, extremely friendly. Like they'll show you around. They won't expect you to buy stuff. They won't get upset. Shukran habibi. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. So people here won't expect you to kind of buy anything. They're actually okay with you just having a look in the shop and yeah, just walking on. They just want to talk to you. When they see foreigners, they get extremely happy. So here we have some various books. There's a lot of books here. And actually we're going to go to the cafe that I said that we're going to go to. It's called Shabandar Cafe. It's known as the intellectual hub of Baghdad. So it's where the intellects of the city gathered years and years ago, 1,000 years ago, a century ago. And they would sit down there, have coffee, have discussions, have debates, which I think is quite like kind of non-existent today in the city. It's more normal socialization. So we were successful with the hunt for our fridge magnet, because if you watched our other videos you'll know that we were hunting for fridge magnets, and finally, alhamdulillah, we've managed to get 3, because wherever we go we always try to get 3, like 1 for ourselves, 1 for my parents, and 1 for my wife's parents as well. So alhamdulillah, we were able to get the fridge magnets, these here. So yeah, as you're walking around, as I'm walking around, I don't kind of see any other tourists here. It's very hard to come across other tourists. It's very, very rare. I mean, there probably are tourists here from like Turkey and places like that and neighboring countries, but I can't tell because I can't tell the differences like in their faces. But they do exist. So let's see if we find anything really unique and really different here. There's also a really beautiful mosque here on our left-hand side, if you can see it there. I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's called Jami. I can't see it from here, but the design of it is absolutely incredible. So beautiful. Look at that. The designs on the blue dome, and it's very common here in Iraq to have blue tiles and kind of paint them in blue as well, give it that shiny effect. And the minaret as well, it's got like this very intricate designs. So yeah, it's massive. But that's just like a common mosque here. It's not a standout mosque. It's nothing special. It's just normal to see constructions, mosques like this in Baghdad, all over Iraq really. So we have like all sorts of goods here, all sorts of stuff on for sale here, like combs and stuff like that. Then we've got, I thought that was a barber, don't think it is. You've got this area that goes inside with more shops, and then you have like people who are barbers, they actually buy their chairs from around here as well for their barbers. It's extremely busy here, and I'm walking down like a very kind of a narrow street, so it's not I'm trying not to look at the camera too much, because otherwise I'll just trip. And people still, like, even though there's very less space here, I don't want to walk on the road because there's a lot of cars there. As you can see, there's like cars and all sorts of like just people taking the carts along as well. And normally you have like these massive GMCs and stuff, so I don't want to risk it. So yeah, let's have a look if I can. Yeah, it's getting quite busy actually. I'm gonna try walking along the road actually, see if I can navigate through the traffic, become like the locals, see if that works. It's just the more and more I keep walking, the more and more interesting it gets. It's a never-ending kind of energetic vibes, never-ending shouting, never-ending kind of cars moving along. And if you look here as well, there's loads and loads of yellow taxis coming out of here. Our driver actually told us I couldn't come in here, so I can see lots of cars here. I think there's only like a one-way traffic system maybe here, that's why. I'm not sure what's like inside these streets, but I'm not going to venture off down there. I just want to go straight to that area where there's the statue and have a look to see what that's like, because that's my end destination, and I really want to show you guys these sites of Baghdad, which are like the famous monuments here. So normally when you go to a city or a town or on holiday, you kind of have those like 5 main destinations that you want to travel to. So I really want to look at all these fruits here. I really want to kind of show you guys, I think it's the statue, that old coffee shop that I was talking about, and also that clock tower. There's something else there that I've forgotten about, but we'll see when we get there. So when I was talking about all these old goods, I'll show you here. I think these are second-hand, I'm not sure. But you have all these like kind of plugs and sockets here, and they definitely look second-hand, all this here. Assalamu alaikum. All sorts of like remotes and stuff here, and screwdrivers. They definitely look old. They're probably brand new, but they're just dusty then in that case. And then you've got these kind of like for your Qurans, for your books, you can put them down on these called rawels, we call them. And then also you've got down here, you've got like stationery and stuff like that. And you've got your sellotapes, and you've got some books over there as well. So yeah, there's actually a lot going on here. And by the way, guys, I'll tell you one thing about Baghdad and Iraq. There's hardly anyone that believes in the concept of COVID here. It's non-existent here. People are like, oh, don't worry, Allah is the one that will give, Allah is the one who will cure you, He'll look after us. They just have so much kind of reliance on that. They don't take any measures where like wearing masks and you know, like they do get vaccinated, don't get me wrong, but it's just that masks is non-existent here. So yeah, we're gonna walk down here, and I think it's getting a little bit more crowded here. I'm gonna have a look at my Google Maps to see exactly where I am right now, because I am maybe a little bit lost. So I think we're supposed to walk down this way here. Like here, like people will haggle you. I mean, not haggle, but like people will ask you, like, would you like to come and buy this, or would you like to come and buy that? But honestly, they won't exactly bug you to the point where you sort of get super annoyed. It's getting more and more crazy as I go down this pathway here, as this road here. Not really sure what exactly they're saying, because normally they shout out city names and stuff like that. So at the moment, what they're saying, I'm not really sure. So if you go down here, I'm just gonna have another look at my Google Maps and see. Yeah, so we're getting very, very close to this, to these areas. The Mutanabbi statue and clock tower is, I think it is. And also, I'm just having a look at my phone. Yep, we're very close. I think we're supposed to take a right in a little while. I might actually ask somebody as well. Assalamu alaikum habibi. Qishla clock tower.
اطلب منا انا
هناك
اي منا انا
ومتنبي هناك ايضا.
شيء متنبته
متنبي يعني شاعر، يعني يقوم مستقيم سيدا كل شيء. شبندر قهوة ايضا
اقوى
كل شيء.
التتيت قهوة ما قهوة قديم
يعني نعم
قديم.
شبندر.
هذا الشارع هذا
الشارع.
ايه
نمشي هناك اول وبعد ان شاء الله.
توقف هنا.
نعم
مستقيم.
وكل قشلة
كل قشلة متنبي كله.
شكرا حبيبي، شكرا. So that's a bit strange, because he's telling us to go back the same way that we came from, because I'm sure that we already came from that way. I think I know what he's talking about. So he's saying that you go back down this way, but then you have to take another kind of left when I get there. So let's have a look. So this bus here actually looks like the London buses a little bit. Not sure what it's for. شكرا. Look at these tuk-tuks. We might go for a ride in one of those tuk-tuks in a little while. They're a lot cheaper than the normal taxis, but we've been told that they try to kind of rip you off as well. So they're not as honest as normal taxi drivers. So we're gonna go down this street here and then take a left turn in a little while. We're back to this congested area again. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the next, I think we're going to take the next left here. So yeah, yes, I think it's this left here, and then we'll have to ask somebody else and find someone. Ah yeah, maybe we'll walk down this area here. Habibi, Qishla. What about? Ah, so it's the next left. I had a feeling it'd be the next left. So, you know, when you come to Iraq, it's a good idea to learn maybe a few words in Arabic. It just kind of gives you like a better chance of being able to communicate well with the locals. Just a few words here and there, just like how do I go there, or the name of the sites in Arabic, or maybe like where is this, or how are you, and stuff like that. And a lot of them, when I start speaking Arabic to them, they actually can tell right away that I'm not a local, because the dialects here is slightly different, obviously actually quite different to the dialect that you'll find in other parts of Middle East. So it's definitely a good idea. But having said that, if you don't know any Arabic whatsoever, I don't think anyone will have an issue. You'll still be able to communicate. There's always going to be a way of communicating with people. So I think we're supposed to turn here, maybe somewhere around here. Assalamu alaikum habibi. Qishla
بالمتنبي
بالمتنبي هناك. شو so this man's شكرا. So he's offered me to eat actually, so I said later.
على الطريق؟
نعم
بالأخير.
بالأخير. Shabandar كل شيء موجود. شكرا. So yeah, he's actually told us that the place is here on the left hand side, so we're gonna head off here, just here there. Wow, this area looks quite new and developed. Again, the kind of stuff on for sale here is never ending. There's all sorts of stuff. I have seen quite a lot of toys here. I think it's quite big in Iraq for people to buy gifts for the young ones, and the idea of buying gifts for children in Iraq is huge. So there's a huge kind of thing of gifting. It doesn't have to be birthdays, and it doesn't have to be like kind of anniversaries or celebrations or Eid. Or, by the way, I think they celebrate Christmas here. Some families, even though they're Muslims, they'll still celebrate Christmas. I think it's just like a cultural thing, because there's a lot of Christians that live in Iraq, and for that reason they actually celebrate Christmas. Yeah, so it's definitely a cultural thing. It's become a part of the culture, I guess, I should say. So you've got all these nuts on for sale here. Check out these old phones. I thought they stopped making these, but they're still on sale. In Iraq, they actually use these phones quite a lot. It's quite common to find people using these old phones for like business and taxi drivers as well when they have contacts. A lot of foods on for sale here. When you look at these shops, don't ever think that these shops are old and who buys from them. Trust me, they're always making sales. And Iraq actually has a really good economy. I think it's mainly because of the oil, but I was told by many people that there's not really, of course there's poverty everywhere you go, but there's not an extreme amount of poverty here. People are doing generally quite well. Funnily enough, yesterday I thought there would be no like McDonald's and stuff like that here. Not that I would have gone, but I thought they wouldn't have any kind of relationship with McDonald's and places like that. But yesterday I saw a Burger King. So Iraq's economy is not what I thought it'd be, and the perceptions that I had is completely different now. So we've got a lot of Qurans on for sale here. Assalamu alaikum. We're getting there, we're nearly there. Can't wait to get to the end to see, because actually this is our last day in Iraq, and I've got like maybe 4 or 5 hours for my flight, and so I just wanted to kind of soak up the atmosphere here before I flew out. And the country that I'm going to next, I'm going to keep it hush hush. It's a new country for us. It's going to be our 23rd, 22nd country, so I haven't been to a lot of countries. 22nd, 23rd country, and yeah, I'm really excited. It's definitely kind of similar to this area, to this country, but different as well at the same time. There's a lot of coffee on for sale here. People in Iraq actually drink a lot of kind of like sweet coffee. It's very common to drink a lot of sweet coffee here. I don't know how they handle it, because like majority of the drinks that they'll have here are all sweet. They put a ton of sugar in the drinks. You can see it's starting to look a bit like kind of heritagey, and it's starting to look a bit kind of like historic here. It's quite nice. This area is starting to look a lot built up than the area we were just down there. Here we have, so I'm not going to give you a long history lesson or anything like that, but you can see here this statue just up here. I think there might be some information in English, but this statue here is a statue. Actually, you know what, I'm just going to read this out for you because it's the easiest way. But this statue here is a statue of Mutanabbi. He's one of the greatest Arabian poets of the Abbasid era. His full name is Ahmad ibn al-Hussein bin Hassan bin Abd al-Samad al-Ja'fi al-Kufi al-Kindi. Wow, that's a mouthful. And he was actually born in Kufa, which is like 2 hours from here. And he was brought up with the Arabian Bedouin Bani Kalb tribe. You can see just here, there's like a book. Maybe this is like an open book of his. I'll try to go around in a little while when the kind of crowd clears. But it's like an open book, and maybe it's got like a famous line from his book of poetry. So there you go, guys. Let me just go around to the other side. There's a lot of people here taking photos and stuff, so you can see here that's his statue just there. It's amazing. Yeah, I think that is like an open book or something, I'm not sure. It's really like a pride and joy of Iraq, because they have so many like notables, like Imam Abu Hanifa, Mutanabbi the poet, and also like I think it's Abu Firnas, the one who invented like the concept of flying, like planes, before the Wright brothers. So it's amazing that this place has so much history and heritage, but at the same time a lot of people are unaware of this fact, including the people that live here. So that's the Tigris just here, amazing Tigris, and then there's the Euphrates. and in between the two rivers you have basically so in between Tigris and Euphrates, you have the Mesopotamian land, which is known to be a land of kind of like lots of fruits and lots of agriculture. It's a fruitful land and kind of a blessed area. So this area here is really like a lot of people come and kind of chillax and relax. And last thing I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to find the actual Shabandar cafe, because I really wanted to show you guys that cafe. It's, like I said, it's a century old, so I might ask one of the locals here as well to just quickly show me. I'll ask this guy here. Assalamu alaikum عمو. Shabandar قهوة. Shabandar في اليسار. يسار. شكرا عمو. So Ammu actually means uncle. So sometimes I don't like saying, like here in Iraq, people say like Shukran Habibi, like thank you my dear. But at times I think it's better to just say like Shukran Ammu if the person's like a lot older than you. So generally I like to say that because I feel like it's a bit more respectful, maybe like how back home you say thanks uncle or something. Check this guy out. Wow. I think he kind of looks at people and like he draws portraits of people. Like you sit down, he takes his time and draws the portraits. So I think he's taking a portrait of this young boy here. Some real talent on the streets of Baghdad. I quite like this area actually. It's quite open, less congested. There's another artist here as well. A lot of creatives here. Huge amount of potential in Iraq. I think he said it's down here, the cafe. Did he say on the left? I think it is. Ah, there we go. Finally we've reached it. So here we are. So this is the cafe here, and actually I'm gonna ask him if I can go inside and kind of do a little tour of the place. Let's see if it's possible. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Oh, it's closed now. Maybe I can do a quick video. Just maybe 1 minute, it's okay? Thank you so much. I'll let you go first, yeah. You can show us. Go with me. Yeah, thank you. So it's actually closed, but they said that we could actually take a little tour here. So I said earlier on that this cafe was actually opened in 1,000 years ago. I was absolutely incorrect. I got that wrong. So I got my wordings wrong. So it was opened 100 years ago, around 1917. And the cafe was actually bombed in 2007, and there's pictures here in the cafe of the people that used to work here. And also if you walk around this entire cafe, you'll see pictures of the history and heritage of Iraq. We just had some tea right now, amazing tea, just like the tea you'll find anywhere else, but it's just really nice to be sitting in a cafe that's nearly over 100 years old, and just having some conversations with the people here. I'm just gonna sit here for a little while, maybe end this video here. It was amazing to kind of come here and explore this place. I hope you've enjoyed the ride. There is another area here called another kind of clock tower called Kishla, but kind of tired and I think I need a break as well. Hope you've enjoyed the tour and hope you've enjoyed what you've seen so far. Probably going to be my last video from Iraq. It's been a heck of a journey. I've learned so much and my perceptions have been completely changed here. I'm really excited to go to my next country, new country, so hopefully soon we'll have videos from there as well. So see you guys in a little while. Assalamu alaikum. Hi, my name is Jubair Ahmed, and if you like my travel videos, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram and TikTok to stay up to date with my journeys across the world.